who have the big name and all, they
Right.
all are offering free services and they are not making money. They are burning money.
It's like dealing with humans is like whether you deal with humans in India or outside India, there are some basic things that you need to know.
And sorry to be brutal, but this is what it is. Everyone is greedy, right? You are selling code, you need something. Your client is going to buy your software because they also wanted to save something or maybe make money out of that, or maybe, saving time out of that. Hello, everyone. So yes, we are here. As you can see, हम दोनों एक साथ आ चुके हैं. If you don't know me or if you don't know Deb, so we are going to tell you that why we are here, what we do, and why you should subscribe this channel and watch our videos. So Dev, what you are going to say on this channel and what you are going to share your thoughts.
Okay, that's great. Firstly, like I'm super excited to be here. Also nervous. First time. This is that what I'm doing right now. So let's start with our introduction first. I'll go first. Hi everyone. This is Dev. Everyone calls me Dev. So I am an engineer turned sales professional, and I have been in sales for more than 2 years now, and in SaaS sales for almost more than 1.5 years. Currently working in a company called Six Sense. Apart from that, I have started my SaaS career in a HR tech company. Uh, the reason that we have started this channel is simple. We think that SaaS sales mostly in India need more content, need more help, need more guidance, and we both being in the same journey, we have experienced that we need content like this, and that's why we have started the channel. What you can expect from this channel is simple. It's like two friends talking about their daily struggles in sales, what they have worked in their particular daily life during their job, and how they've overcome their objections and rejections and how they dealt with that. And with that, some banter, maybe some fun topics, and yeah, that's it. That's what you can expect, apart from all the learnings that we are going to give you.
Yeah, and if you don't know me, then this is a very big concern for me because I'm on YouTube. I'm sharing lots of content from last 2 years. So again, just for the people who don't know me, I'm Pratik, and I'm working as a head of business growth in Traco. Traco is SaaS solution for logistic automation, and I'm in SaaS sales from last 7 years. And same, I feel just like Dave that we need content on sales, we need content on SaaS, and there are very less people who are making content, and all those content which is out there are not too kind of Indian sales content.
Right.
So people who are putting lots of sales content, they all are talking about out of India way, but in India sales is totally different from out of India, right? So if you talk about APAC region or European region or US region, these all clients are very easy to crack as per my knowledge, as per my belief. But in India, people are not interested in paying you for the software. They thought software free mein hona chahiye. So that's why, just for I was going through one report. So
Huh.
whatever software out there in India, I'm not talking about B2B, B2C, and this is the major concern. But if you see the people who are selling out of India are making real money. So if you talk about Joho, if you talk about Freshwork, if you talk about Agile CRM, the major client are not based in India. They all focusing out of India because they can also understand कि India में लोग पैसे नहीं देने वाले software के बदले में.
Right, right. And that's where the challenge comes as an SDR or a BDR, right? For us, we have to, our main agenda is to convince people for a meeting. They come and, see this software, get accustomed to that software, right? But they mostly think that, we can, they mostly softwares will have a lot of, as you said, that, they're offering free, which means that there's a freemium model, right? And they can sign up and start using it. So how do we convince them to go from a freemium to premium model in India? So that's where the most challenge comes in. And
Right.
what I feel is that I don't have that much of experience prospecting in India, which I'll get to do that from Monday. But what I feel is that humans, like dealing with humans, is like whether you deal with humans in India or outside India, there are some basic things that you need to know, like basic stuff, like talking about their problems, what is in it for them. So these things, as an SDR or a BDR, you should know, because you don't because when we cold outreach, maybe there are a lot of things that a lot of times I have seen is PDS and SDS talk about who are they or what is their
Right.
software does, which, like, you, I don't care, obviously, as a prospect or as a, customer. I don't know, want to know why are you calling me or why are you emailing me at this point, why me. So these things we have to clarify, like, on the first go. And this is like what we'll talk about in this channel a lot more. And yeah, let's see.
Yeah, and just wanted to add one more thing in your points. So I have seen whether you are calling in India or whether you are, reaching out to the people who is not based out in based in India, right? So most of the time you get the first line is very much important. Like when you are hooking up your client with the first line, then you can close them. Then you can, ask them to come on board or have a demo or something like that. So most
Yeah.
of the people what they say, hi, this is Pratik, I'm head of this and that,
Yeah,
right? So this is not going to work, man. They are receiving n numbers of mail. I'm receiving n numbers of mail. You are receiving n numbers of mail. Why they
exactly.
should reply on your mail? Why they should listen your call, right? You have to make sure that whatever you are offering, how they can save that, from that software, how they can able to make revenue or reduce cost or save time, something which going to help them, something because at the end everyone is greedy, right?
Yeah,
And sorry to be brutal, but this is what it is. Everyone is greedy, right? You are selling code, you need something, your client is going to buy your software because they also wanted to save something or maybe make money out of that or maybe saving time out of that. But they all are greedy, we all are greedy, and you have to make sure that we have to fulfill that greed. वो हमें
exactly.
दिखाना पड़ेगा. Yeah.
Exactly. That's a great point. You said that about how are we going to solve their problem? Like,
Right.
can we save their time? Can we reduce their cost? Like, these are some stuff that make them think, okay, let me like have a look at the software. If we like, if we give these points in our mails or calls, whatever that we are doing, or in our outreaches, to be specific. So, and that's where, writing good emails or having a good cold call script or asking good questions during cold calls, or when you do a LinkedIn outreach or social selling, like texting the person in a way where he or she thinks it's something that I need to, have a conversation with this person. So this is where the like basic stuff where a lot of SDS and BDS are missing out. And I try to, to be honest, when I started, I was terrible with my outreaches. I didn't know anything, right? And I was craving for content like this, where I can go on YouTube and search, yeah, calm 11, so I can search and study. It was
Right.
happening a lot in the US. Like, there are a lot of LinkedIn influencers which I followed when I started, but there was very less content creation happening from India. And
Right.
as you said, what is working or what information or like the suggestions that they are giving from outside of India, it might work from their region. But
Right.
as an SDR or a head of growth, what is working for you, what is working for me sitting in India, an Indian SDR will relate more right now. And
Right.
that's where I was missing when I started back in 2021. So that
Right.
that is where, I feel, as we discussed, there's obvious need for this.
Yeah, just wanted to add one more thing. So I was having a conversation with one of my friend, right? And she was working in US region, right? And she said that the day in US start at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, right? And they can make calls at 8 a.m. or 7 a.m., right? And
Right.
people are receiving, they are replying on mail. But if you call someone in India at 8 a.m., they are like, कि, गाली के
Hey,
सिवा
let's
कुछ नहीं
go.
मिलने वाला.
Ah,
Right. And this is the major change. This is the thing which you have to understand. In India, sales is all about art. How artistic you are with your talent, how artistic you are with your calls, how artistic you are with your mails. And in India, it's not about selling software or selling anything. In India, it's all about selling psychologically.
ah,
You have to be emotional with your pitch. You have to be very connected with your pitch, right? So like in India, if you are going to tell someone that this software can do something, but this software related to some country which is not in favor of India, so people
hmm.
are not going to buy it, right? But
Okay,
doesn't
okay.
matter कितना भी अच्छा हो. So
That's
it makes more challenging. It's make more challenging to sell any software in India, whether where the people are more concentrated on things which is related to their psychological or emotional attachment. So yeah.
nice. I haven't explained this till now, but yeah, I will keep this in mind, to be honest. And what you said about psychology, human psychology, right? I'm very interested, to know more about this topic. Like I study a lot of, like websites about human psychology, and like to understand, because when you're in sales, you're dealing with humans at the end of the day, right? You're
Right.
dealing with humans, you're dealing with, and then you have to understand their psychology. Like when you're texting or outreaching a VP or a C level person, you have to understand what they are going through, like in their day to day life. What is their
Right.
mindset, right? Like I may be out of thousand areas, I may be one for them, right?
Right.
For me, they're only one. They're not out of
Right.
thousand. They're one. For me, they're a priority. For them, I'm not a priority. So I have to understand
Right.
what is their psychology. Like if I have to like get their attention, so it is very important that we understand our prospects, we understand how we can get their attention, and we understand what makes them, like what makes them think about their pain points. What is that one thing that can help them? If I can help them with my solution, which part of my solution or which use case should I pitch that can help them? Because
Right.
my solution have 5 6 use cases, and if I tell everything in one go, they will say, okay, thank you for the call. Right?
Right. Right.
It's very important to understand that if do you have to sell this person with this use case or that use case. Here
Right.
comes the psychology, obviously human psychology plus business acumen. You have to understand both as an SDR. So
Right.
that's where I'm trying more to know about these two things, human psychology, and from the topic actually this came up, that business acumen. So I want to
Right.
ask, like, as an if I have to ask you as an SDR or BDR, how can someone like upskill themselves with the business acumen? Like, because I'm an engineer, I have not done an MBA. What I've
Right.
done is all from my work about business.
Right. Right.
So,
Right.
if I have to ask you, like, how can someone coming from a technical background, let's put it in that way, how can someone upskill themselves to understand more about businesses or make their business acumen go up, like from where they've started? So, what do you think?
Right.
These are few steps that one should follow.
Okay, so Dave, before that, I just wanted to add one more story which happened last week, right?
Yeah.
So I was in conversation with one of the leading manufacturing companies, right? They are recently we recently onboarded them, and I was in talk with the head of plant. He was head of plant, right?
Mm.
And he's very simple guy. He does not know more about softwares, but he know what will be the outcome. So he know that if I'm going to use this software, I'll get these things, right? And I was there. He was there. Some other people are also there. IT head or something. They were there, and one people from SAP. They are also there, right? So with SAP, they are giant, right? So with SAP, you have to tell them that what you need, right? But I know that if someone putting any data, let's say if anyone putting any data, right, he must need something which is going to validate that data, right?
Mm.
So said same thing, right? Say I'm getting this solution which is offered by Pratik, and I also want this from SAP. So they said you have to tell us, right? And he said that this is a common thing which anyone have to understand, right? Uh, we are not a people who goes to five-star, right? We are a dhaba people. So whenever we go to dhaba, whenever we go order dal makhani, we get salad free, right?
Right.
In five-star, you have to order salad alag se, right?
Uh,
And this is what makes you to connect with the people. When you understand people that what they are going to need, you
Need.
cannot explain everything. In India, the software thing is something new. Lots of people don't know what is coding. They don't know what is back end, front end. They just
Yeah.
wanted to know कि कहाँ पे click करना है and क्या
Uh,
outcome आएगा. That's all, right?
exactly. Very true. Very true. That's
So
interesting.
you have
Like,
yeah, and you have to understand that these people who are going to use your software or who are going to, so even with you, maybe there are lots of sales people who don't know what is the uses of CRM, right? But they are putting data on CRM. But the
yeah.
top level, they know that what is the use of CRM, right? They know
Right.
what is the use of using different tool. But people who are using, they don't know. But thus they are just putting the data and out. Right. Now coming to your question, see, the first you it only comes with the experience, right?
Mm.
You have to deal with multiple people. You have to understand multiple different companies. You have to So my job role offered me to visit multiple manufacturing companies. My job role offered me to meet multiple people, right? So the benefit which I got from this entire meeting people, that I can easily tell that what the process in any manufacturing company, whether it's a steel, whether it's a plywood, whether it's a pipe, any manufacturing company, I can easily tell that what is the process and how that raw materials turn into finished good, right? So when I visit any company, when I visit any company, I like to give use cases, right? So let's say when I'm visiting any pipe company or steel company, right? So I will tell them that how Tata making steels, why
Mm.
they have achieved that, right? And how we can help them to achieve these things. When you connect this dot, so everyone have FOMO, right? If you go someone and pitch them that your competitor is using this solution and we are better than that solution, they're definitely going to bet on you. And
Yes, yes.
this is what you have to do. This is you have to realize them that if you're not going to use this software, you will be behind. And this is the new era.
Yeah, that's a great point you have mentioned. And I'll just drop my views, like how I build my business acumen. So as an outbound SDR, right, I have to understand my prospect, as I said in the first. So when I write an email, I look at their website and see what they're doing. I may not
Right.
understand 100%, right? But I know where I have to go to and like to pick up things about their business. It may be their website where they give different information, and I have to, as you said, connect the dots like with their business and the problems that my solution is solving. Then I pick up two three things, and I don't bombard them with all the use case in my first email or in my first call. I might pick one use case and talk about that. If I'm writing an email, then only one use case in my first email. Then
Correct.
in like we'll have sequence and cadence we build. So I'll put all the use cases as I move down my sequence. But
Right.
it's very important that you do your homework, you do your research, where you understand, okay, this is a B2B company. We all know that we'll have a ICP, buyer persona, which we get trained, right? So that is there. We understand that first. Okay, this is the account fits in my ICP. Buyer persona fits into my like ICP. Now, this is the right company for me to target. Understand their business by going through their website, researching about them, what they're doing, and then connecting the dots with my use case or with my product use cases.
Correct.
And
Correct.
as you said, this is not as if someone right now listening who is just started a SDR or BDR journey, it will be very difficult for them. But this is an journey which comes with experience, which I've also like felt. I couldn't understand anything when I started. Like when I started in this HR tech company back in 2021, I was like, कहाँ जाऊँ, क्या research करूँ, like कैसे समझूं, but right now I can say this because I have been doing this for so many months or like
Right.
years, and it comes with experience. So someone listening right now, don't get overwhelmed, I will say, and try to understand, learn more and more, and you will also get there.
Yeah, so Dave, researching about client is also a skill for me, right? So when I started, I used to see the first thing which I have to qualify that client on the basis of revenue, right? So I used
Yeah.
to search what is the revenue of this, then I goes to some other website where they have claimed that or maybe news or something like that. Then my CEO told me, if you don't know how to research your client's website, you are going to miss lots of things, right? So finding your client website and doing research on that website itself a huge thing. So if that company is privately limited, you'll get the entire revenue and balance sheet on their client, their website. You can easily get different kind of POCs who are director, who are CXOs and everything on their website. You can get how many locations they are working on their website. You can get what kind of solution they are going to offer you on their website. And the most important thing, you can also see whom they are serving. If
Mm,
they are working with any of client whom you are also working, that will be a break, right? That will
yeah,
be a
that's what.
icebreaker.
Yeah.
You can simply write mail that, hey, we are working with this and you're also working with them, so we can help you with this, we are helping with them, this and all. So having of mindset that if you don't know that how to research your client website, that is going to maybe that will be a big problem for your future. So first you have to understand that what kind of research you have to do on your ICP website. Don't go other website, don't go on maybe some other kind of website where you are finding different kind of analytics. But so first go to your client website and search everything, write down everything, do multiple times, visit multiple times, and then you will find something which is going to help you to crack that deal, and that is very effective. Yeah, one more thing, Dave. I just wanted to ask you that recently you closed one deal, right? Oh, Happy New Year, wala, which content you shared. What was the
Yeah.
story of that?
Okay. So this is where, my personal brand came into the picture, right?
Okay.
So to give some context to the listeners right now, so as an outbound rep, we go and reach out to people. But in this, what Pratik mentioned, prospect came into my DM and said, "We need a meeting," and it's like a music to my ears. For any SDRs or BDRs doing outbound specifically, you don't have to go. Like the prospect came to you and said, "Bhai, meeting chahiye." So how did this happen? So I have been creating content for from last year, okay, and this prospect actually knew me before. Like she has interacted with my content, and we haven't spoken about business, but in general, she's also in sales, so we have spoken in DMs, interacted. I've interacted with her content, and she knew me. She knew me as a SDR. Now, when she needed a solution which we provide, rather than going to my website, she chose me because I think, like, before going to the website, it is better you talk to someone. We do that. Like when we sign up for something, we think, let's talk to someone and see ki ye kya hai, rather than signing up. We have this mindset, right? So she came to me and said, "We have this problem. Can you help me with this?" I had a chat with her and I booked the meeting. So she spoke to a person. And why she chose me? The reason is I have a personal brand. I am active on LinkedIn. Now she could have gone to anyone else, but she don't want to. She didn't know whom to go in my company, because not everyone is active on LinkedIn. I was
Right.
active. I was building a personal brand. I was having a rapport with her. That's why the prospect chose me and came to my DM and said, "We are having this problem. Can you help me with this?" I said, "Yeah, definitely. I see a problem here where we can solve." And I got the meeting. So here my personal brand came into the picture. So
Right.
that's the story. Like again, like personal building a personal brand as an SDR or BDR. It's a huge thing that you can do, and you can stand out, just like I stood out for her, right?
Right, right, right. So it's all about, H to H. Do you know about H to H selling?
Human to human.
Correct. So
Ah,
when people think that it's B2B, B2C or D2C, something like that, but everything comes at H to H, right?
absolutely.
You are selling to human and you are also human. So this is very nice, lots of salespeople, they don't know what is the importance of self branding,
Mm.
it's very much important. It's not about, putting content. It's not about getting many followers. It's about being available for your clients whenever they need, right?
Exactly.
And this is also about marketing. So people does not know about, Pratik, or maybe they don't know, but they know your DP. They know your title. They know your content, right?
Right.
So maybe you can forget the name, but you can forget the content which you have written. That इसने ये content लिखा था, मैंने उस पे ये comment किया था. Yeah, this is what happened. This kind of conversation I had, right? And then they go and they search, right? And most of the time, even when you are sending mail or something like that, people are going to search you on LinkedIn, right?
Right.
And I do same. Lots of people do same, right? Whenever anyone send me cold mail, I first go to LinkedIn, search about that person, that what that person is doing, how that person is doing. Is there any way that person can impress me? If that person is impressive, then I reply on that cold mail. And this is
Right.
happening with lots of people now. Lots of people. So earlier it was just a good cold mail, but now it's good cold mail plus your brand. That is also important, right? So if you are not creating content, you are not working on your self branding, you are losing lots of things, not only leads, also new opportunity maybe in future.
Exactly.
Right.
Like it's all
Yeah.
about standing out. Like how can you stand out? Like right now, it's a tough time with the economic condition. and all the layoffs happening right now, it's very difficult to stand out as an outbound BDR. Like I am right now facing a lot of difficulties. So, to stand out, to, even though I am doing a lot of stuff to, make myself available to my prospects, to stand out, to be creative. But still, a lot of things are not there in my control. But you got to do what you got to do, right? And that's exactly what you said, like building a brand. Like not every SDR is doing that. If you're doing it, great, you are actually standing out from the rest of the SDRs. And that's why
Right.
one of my reason to start personal branding, or sharing content. I want to stand out for sure. Second is like helping or being a friend to the SDRs and BDRs, that friend that I didn't have when I started. It's simple.
Right.
So I wanted to do that. And it's simple that I don't brag about I have booked 5 meetings, 10 meetings, 12 meetings. I just share my story. Even if I
Right.
didn't book any meetings, I also say that this week this happened. I didn't book any meetings. It's just
Right.
that I share my story so that people can, when they read, they can relate. Okay, hey, this has happened to me also. Relatable. So, a lot of people, actually, why I brought this up is because a lot of people think, what content should I put, and why do people listen to me? And I was
Right.
like, if you get 100 impressions, imagine 100 people is looking at your content. Like now, if I tell 100 people to stand in front of me, imagine how many, like what will be the situation in physical world, right? But in virtual
Correct.
world, 100 is very small number, and that's sad.
Right.
100 is
Right.
actually a big number, bro. Right?
Right. Right. Right.
That's the mindset. Why I said this, because actually recently I had a conversation with one of the AE,
Mhm.
and he had a great story, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And I think you should put this on LinkedIn if you're comfortable sharing that. He said, who
Mhm.
will listen to me? And like, I don't have that much followers and everything. I said, bro, if you even get 100 impressions on your post, imagine 100 people not interacting with your post, but looking at your content. And that's great.
Correct. Correct.
And that's how you have the mindset to start, actually.
Right.
That's where I think we forgot to mention one thing in our introduction is bringing up stories about SDS and BDS, right, Pratik?
Yeah, 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 yeah. So,
Yeah.
so there's so many people out there who wanted to share their stories, but they are not getting platform. Maybe they are not even comfortable to going out and talking about their stories. But we have one mission that we will make them comfortable on our channel, and we would definitely love to hear those stories, that how they are doing, what kind of challenges they are facing, and how they are overcoming from those challenges. And this is very, very much important. This is what we are going to do with our channel.
Exactly. This is one of our agenda, right? Like to start
Yeah,
this channel. And apart from our stories, like we both really want SDS and BDS, particularly from India, to come up and tell their stories, because I know a lot of SDS, BDS. I speak to them one on one, and they have great stories. And I feel
right,
that these stories should go up. And I encourage them to write on LinkedIn if you're comfortable.
right,
Write on
right,
LinkedIn, share your stories, because that will help more and more SDS and BDS to get inspired.
right. Dave, as per my belief, this time now, making content is most easiest thing you can do, right? So going out on LinkedIn, writing about the content, going out and just shooting a video, it's just the thing that you have to take steps. You have to start from somewhere. If you're not starting from somewhere, you will not reach somewhere. So there are so many people, there are so many people who just say, yaar, log just selfie post kar rahe hain, they're just putting anything, not, but I say that, dude, they are doing something at least, right? You are
Right.
noticing them, right? Any, doesn't matter, it's a good or bad, any kind of content, if people are going to react them, maybe they are just saying bad thing about that content or good thing, doesn't matter, at least people are talking about that content, right? Let's take example. Nowadays Urfi is very much in limelight. So
Yeah.
now I feel she's very, very intelligent with the marketing strategy, right? She is always in limelight, right? Everyone talking about that, about her, and she makes sure that people are talking about her, right? And
Right.
this is what you have to do on LinkedIn also, in your job. Doesn't matter, it's not about you are going to share about your success story all the time, right? You have to share that how you have failed, what you didn't achieve, how bad you are in calling, how bad you are in writing mails, right? But at least you have to put content, you have to talk about things which people need to hear.
Exactly. And it all boils down to, like how relatable you are. Because if you only talk about your success, that is not relatable, because in real life we only don't only get success. There are a lot of failures behind that success. So if you can start with your failures, you can be transparent. Like, bro, I started my career in being an engineer. I failed.
Yeah,
I didn't like that. I shifted to sales. I
right,
was bad at sales, but I didn't give up. And right now,
right.
I had little bit of, achievements here and there. This is what
Hmm.
journey that I shared in my one of my posts, that I struggled for 6 to 7 months when I started as an SDR, because I
Correct.
didn't know what to do, how to do, where to go, and like
Hmm.
whom to connect with. So it's like being very raw, very transparent, and that's where people connect with you.
Yeah, you have to be honest. Whatever you're doing doesn't matter. It's success, failure, you are broke, or you are like, I have seen people who are just crying about the things they are not going to achieve,
Hmm.
right? But they are getting good engagement, they are getting good, impressions. But this cannot be, it goes very long. But you have to put something which going to help other people. सब एक दो बार वो आपको सिंपैथी दे देंगे, बट हमेशा नहीं देंगे, so आपका एक पोस्ट वायरल होगा. But you have to be consistent with the content creation, right? If you have too many sad story, share it out every day. But if you don't have too many, at least put good things also. But be active on LinkedIn, create content, and that is going to help you with your sales, with your brand, with your, jobs, anything. So
Exactly.
recently what happened, and nowadays I received lots of messages, right? Lots of messages. So that person, few days back, I was on call, that virtual chai pe charcha, I was there. And this person was asking how I can came to, how I can join any SaaS company or maybe any company. I asked them that what kind of company you are applying. Is there any random company you are applying, or is there any specific kind of company, whether it's a manufacturing, SaaS, or service, what kind of product related, what kind of company you are applying? He said, whatever I'm getting, I'm applying. And I said, "Ki, do you know what kind of company I'm working in, what kind of company I can help you with?" He said, Ki, no, wo pata nahi hai. I just saw your video and that's why I booked it. I like, ki, dude, thoda effort le lo. Thoda
हाँ,
effort le lo.
मत
That
कर लो.
it's not about, yeah, it's not about you. It's about me also, na. So if you're coming to me and I'm not able to help you, it's also sad for me that I'm not able to do something for you, right? But you also wasted your time, you also wasted my time, and at the end I'm also feeling sad that I cannot help you, right? And then you'll again go out and you'll talk about कि प्रतीक ने help नहीं किया. He don't know anything. बट मेरी उसकी एक्सपर्टीज ही नहीं है. मैं कैसे बता सकता हूँ कि आपको मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी में कैसे जॉब मिलेगा, क्योंकि ना मैंने अप्लाई किया. इट्स जस्ट लाइक यू आर टॉकिंग टू मी एंड यू सेइंग हाउ आई विल बी आईएएस ऑफिसर. आई डोंट
हाँ.
नो. I don't know. I don't even work on that things. So I know things which in my hand. You have to do at least study. You have to do things which you have to prepare. Like just like going in meeting, you have to prepare certain things. You have to know about your client. You have to understand it, where he is coming from, and what kind of talk you can, like how you can share those things. So if that person is too funny, or he share memes and everything, you can talk about memes. But that
Yeah,
person is very serious, you cannot crack jokes, right? So this is what happened.
exactly. And Pratik, I feel this is a topic for, like, we should make a episode for this, like how to stand out or how to get a job in
Right.
the
Yeah.
SaaS industry. Because I get a lot of DMs, about
Right.
how to get a, like, there are a lot of people coming from B2C background or from any other background and wanted to crack a B2B SaaS role, SDR role. How do they do everything? So I think this one topic that we should pick and talk about in our next episode or something like that.
So let's ask from the viewers. So if you want us to make a video on this specific topic next
Yeah.
episode में, comment down, जाओ नीचे जाके comment करो कि you need this video,
Yeah,
how you can switch companies, or how you can join job. We will make like how you can stand out. We will make a dedicated content, dedicated video, and we will talk lots of things, बहुत सारी चीजें, क्योंकि मैंने
I,
बहुत job change किया है. देव ने भी बहुत सारे jobs को reject किया और accept किया है. So we have lots of data, lots of thoughts, and we will share that, right? And anything else for this video, Dev?
I am super happy that we started. Big thank you to you. You are a doer. I am a thinker. I have to mention that. Like, we just decided this Monday, Saturday, we are sitting and shooting this all because of you. Thank you so much for encouraging me to start. I would have started like 3 months later, but it was because of you that right now I'm sitting right now and sharing this content. super excited for this channel, super excited for all the content that we are going to provide to the our subscribers, our viewers. And yeah, let's make it. Let's make the SDR word in India, famous, if I have to put it that way.
Right. Right. So all those people, please go and subscribe people in sales. And yes, you can reach out both of us on our LinkedIn. And if you have any thoughts, बेझिझक होके comment पे पूछ लो. Doesn't matter वो सही है गलत है. If you have thought, if you have doubt, go comment down and we will try to cover that content. We will try to answer that thoughts in next episodes. So see
Uh,
you. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.